It's National Microchipping Month, and before you head out on your next summer adventure, make sure that your pet is safe and ready to enjoy the season. Dr. Ainsley is joining us from City Vet to talk about everything we need to know. So good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
You as well. Thanks for having us.
Of course, and it's always a pleasure to see Romy over here, ready to go. Let's talk a little bit about microchipping, because a lot of us think our pets come with a microchip, but they don't always have that, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So a microchip is an electronic device. It's very small, about the size of a grain of rice, and it's placed under the skin, and it's permanent. And what that microchip is a identification number that links your pet to you. And so it's important that we get our pets microchipped as permanent identification, so that if ever they're lost, they can find their way home.
Okay, both dogs and cats, right?
Dogs and cats, yes.
Okay. Is microchipping a substitute for having a collar?
Not necessarily. I think both are really important, but a microchip is definitely more important than a collar, because if ever your pet gets loose, there's always a risk that their collar can become detached from them, and then we don't have that identification link. So the microchip is always going to be the best guarantee that they will be found whenever, and brought back to you whenever they are found.
Okay, so what's the process? If we've got folks at home watching this morning, they're like, you know what, I need to get my dog microchipped. What do we do? Do we go to our local vet and they take care of everything?
Yes, ma'am. So most vets, especially us at City Vet Bulverde, we definitely have microchips on hand every day. You go in, it's a pretty simple appointment. It's similar to placing a vaccine within the pet. There's a needle that will place the microchip under the skin, and then we will get you the information to register your pet's number with your personal phone number, email address, and address.
Okay. If I find a lost pet, step one is to see if they're microchipped, right?
For sure.
Okay.
So like I said, most vets will have a microchip scanner. Just swing them by. It's always free to take a pet by to check for a microchip. And it's same for your pet. If you're not sure if they have a microchip, maybe they were adopted from a shelter, sometimes they will have one, or if you adopted them from, there was a change of ownership, they may come with a microchip already. So it's always important that we make sure your personal information is updated and registered with their unique number, especially if there was a change in your address, if you moved, or a change in ownership over time.
That is the most important thing. I see a lot of videos and things, people go and check if the pet is microchipped, and they're like, they are, and then they go to contact the information and it's not correct.
Registered.
Yes, so make sure you keep that updated. What are some common misconceptions about pet microchips?
I would say the most common is that it has GPS abilities. It definitely does not. It is we're only able to access that identification number when it's scanned. So it's not a GPS tracker. It's not a majorly painful process. It's not something that takes a long time to be done at a vet clinic. But the big thing, like we talked about, is it does not come with your information. You must always register your information with the microchip.
What if you just have an indoor cat that's never going to go outside? So we think, right? Should we get them microchipped as well?
Still very important, because there's always a risk, especially if there's people coming in and out of your house that are unaware of your animal's natural behaviors. If they're nervous and they may sneak out of the door. Some pets like to be outside and they like to sneak out at any opportunity. So it's always important to have a microchip, even if they're indoor only, because you just never know what risk may present itself.
And super easy process, no downtime, don't need to worry about it.
No downtime, no medications, very, very simple process. In all, when you go into a vet clinic, it should take no more than 10 to 15 minutes to go in, talk to the vet, get the information, have your pet microchipped, and be on your way.
Good deal. Well, Romy, you were on your best behavior today.
Thanks
for coming in this morning. Always good to see you.
Guys,
if you need some more information about microchipping your pet, contact our friends at City Vet Bulverde. They're at 21950 Bulverde Road, Suite 100. Here's the phone number to call. It's 210-404-1717. You can also go online, cityvet.com/location/Bulverde.